Hi guys, welcome to Wokey Blokey. Um, I'm woke, I'm a bloke, and I love crypto. So today I'm going to talk to you about one of my trades that I believe is going to make me $300,000. Okay, so this trade I made this trade on DOT. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly my thought process of how and why I took this trade. So you can see I got some positions down here. I've got my open dot trade, which is the one that we're focusing on. Dot. I got T. I got some DAR. I got some Neo. I really want to hold some Neo for this bull run that's upcoming. I got some threshold. But anyway, guys, we're focusing on this dot position, okay? Because this data here is a bit skewed. I actually didn't get it in at $5.60. I accidentally shorted DOT. I wanted to short DOT to hedge, and it actually closed some of my long position and skewed the data. So I actually got in a DOT, and if we look on the daily, I got in a DOT at $4.40, which would have been about this date um, on the 9th of November, okay? I got in at the 9th of November at $4.40. Now keep that in mind. I used $3,800, okay? And I'll put that into a little visual for you. I put I put in $3,800, okay? And then I used perpetual futures to borrow more money. I used leverage. I wanted to 10x my position. So I effectively borrowed 10 times the amount. So I had a $38,000 position on DOT at $4.40. Okay, this is my entry. I know. It looks like a genius, looking like what the chart's looking at now. So because I got in at $4.40, now that DOT's $9, I basically 10x my money, which is why it says I closed out at $10,000. I did buy back in, so I am holding 8,800 DOT, which is now an $80,000 position. But anyway, right now the position is at about a $41,000 profit, and all I went in with was $3,800. Okay, so that's the power of leverage. I borrowed 10x my amount, and I was bottom fishing, which means I was looking for the bottom on the dot trade. So how did I do this? How did I know to go crazy on this dot position at this level? Okay, I'll tell you why. So we have the chart going back from all the way to 2022 and all the way to 2023. Okay, if we look at the price point here, we can see that dot is $3.73. Okay, Look at that. Look at that number in the black. $3.65. Okay, so that was the bottom in 2023. Then we saw a rise up all the way to $11. Okay, and then throughout 2024, we retraced all the way back down to well, look at this wick, guys. What did this come to? $3.60 again, two times. Okay, 360, 360. Okay, so coming up to the end of the halving year, which we know that we expect Bitcoin to make big moves, we saw DOT here at $3.70 again, $3.70, $3.60 for the third time. This was clearly a support line for DOT. Okay, now if we look at the price of Bitcoin on the date of my 10x long, which was about let's just say it was about the 8th or the 9th. Let's go back. The 8th or the 9th. We see the 8th and the 9th. We see Bitcoin at all-time high, okay? Bitcoin was pushing all-time high. It broke 75K and it was heading up. Look at the 9th. It's 60, 75, 76. This is November of the halving year where we expect Bitcoin to start making its leaps and bounds. So I was like, okay, if DOT has touched $3.60 three times, then you must assume that $3.60 was the bottom. Because if Bitcoin is going to go on its bull run, then we know $3.60 was the bottom and that it was going to bounce. So I saw Bitcoin peaking. I'm like, okay, $4.40 DOT. DOT is a rank 21 coin. That means it's not risky. It's not as risky as going down the top 200 coin or top 300 coin. So I'm like, okay, $4.40. Bitcoin's peaking right now, and it's November of the halving year. So I was like, okay, well, this seems like a very good risk to reward ratio. If I long DOT now with about $4,000 and 10x it, there's a 20% downside to $3.60. A 20% downside. But if it doesn't drop 10%, I I get remember if I get in at $4.40 and I 10x my money, if it goes down to $4, I get liquidated. I get liquidated and the position closes. So in preparation for this, I longed it at $4.40, and I had another $4,000 to add to my position, so that I could ride it down to $3.60 if I needed to. So I had money and capital on the side in case it did go south for a little bit longer. So I wouldn't get liquidated because I was willing to sell some of my Bitcoin position to keep this trade alive. So fortunately for me, I was bottom fishing and I caught the trade. And now I've Bitcoin's recently topped at $10, but given that Cardano and all the fossil coins, dinosaur coins, as they say, has hit a bottom, I believe that I have successfully caught the bottom on this DOT trade. And I expect DOT to go back to its all-time high, not exactly the all-time high of 55 or even wicked up to 57, but at least $40. I expect DOT to go to at least $40. So therefore, my position at $4, let's say $44, okay? I got in at $4.40. I got in at $4.40 around here. 10x, I 10x'd it. That gave me a position of $38,000 on DOT. So do the math, guys. 38,000. I 10x my money. I had a $38,000 position at $4.40. It's more than doubled. That's why I have a gain of about 41 grand. So if DOT does a 10x from $4.40 to $44, he times that by 10, 380,000 USD. That's right, guys. $3,800 into $380,000 from $4.40 up to $40. That's my price target, guys. So that was my thinking, and that was my timing on this trade. I don't trade much, but I saw the opportunity and I saw Bitcoin peaking. I knew that if Bitcoin's pushing all-time highs, it's likely, because it's the year of the halving, that it was going to go up. And I can, and who knows, maybe DOT has a really good year. Maybe I can even make more from that from one trade, guys. One trade. It's like the $4,000 trade into $400,000. Okay, this is the power of crypto. This is the power of leverage. You have to know what you're doing. But I'm telling you, it's possible. This is the market to be in. Don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on crypto for the next 10 months because it can change your life. Okay? Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm over and out. If you want to know more about Gate.io, you want to know how to use futures and leverage, I can make a video on it. I can teach you exactly my thinking. But yeah, guys, I'm in this trade for the long run, and this is what we're looking for. We're fishing for this. So stay tuned. I'll give you an update. Bye.